Hello everyone, my name is Khanam and this is my 10th video in PHP CRUD series. In our previous video we have seen how to add radio buttons data inside the database, how to read that data and also how to update and delete that data. Now in this tutorial we are going to see how to insert select options data inside the database, and then in later tutorial we will see how to update this project. Okay, here I am going to create one new file. I will give my file name as select.php. and inside this file I'll just come to radiodata.php, and from here I'm just going to copy this CSS link. I'll just copy this bootstrap CSS link, and here inside my select.php I'll be creating, first I'll just create HTML boilerplate, and here I'll be pasting that CSS link. Okay, now here I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as container, and inside this div I'm going to create this select name. I'll just give here place. ID let me remove as of now. Inside this I'm going to pass options. I'll just give here around 4 options. Inside each option I'll be giving the values. I'll just give here Mumbai, I'll be giving here Bangalore, and here I'll just give Kolkata, and finally I'll just give here Mysore. Okay, any names I'm just giving here, and here inside this each option, first here for my first option I'll just give empty here, and here I'll just write here select options, and here I'll just give this name. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Not here, I'll just paste that one here. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll save this. I'll just copy this path. Now I'll be pasting that path here. It's still loading. I'll just give here localhost. Now if you see here, I have this select option and I have this Bangalore, Kolkata and Mysore. Here I'll just give place, select place. Now if I refresh this, I have this select place. I'll just give margin for my container, margin top and bottom I'll just give 5. Now if I refresh this, here I have my select container. Now I have this values, I have to select from this. Now for my select I have just given the name attribute, and for my each options I have given the value attribute. Okay, I have just used bootstrap and I have linked my CSS link. Okay, now I will be creating one table, new table for this. Inside same database CRUD series, I will be creating new table. I'll give my table name as select data. I'll just give here select data. First I'll just give here ID, and here I'll be giving here place. I'll just give data type varchar, and length I'll just give 255. Integer if I don't give, by default it will be 11. I'll just come here, and for my ID I'll just give this auto increment and I'll assign it to primary key. I'll just click on save, and my table is created now. Inside CRUD series, it's loading. Inside CRUD series I have this select data table, in which I have these 2 columns, ID and place. Okay, now I am going to add this data. First I have to connect to the database. So I will be writing this PHP, and inside this I'll just include my connect file, include connect.php, so that I can be connected to my database. I'll save this, and inside connect.php I have already connected to the database. I have written the code for this. Now here I have just connected to the database. Now I'll be performing insert query. I'll just create one if. I'll just give here is set. I have to create one button. I will be creating now. If is set $post, and I'll just give here submit. When I click on submit, only then the data should be added. Below this I'll be creating one button, and for this button first I'll be giving the type I'll give submit, and also name attribute I'll just give here submit. Inside this I'll be giving submit. Okay, this will not work because I have not wrapped inside form. So here first I'll just create one form at form tag, and inside this I'll be passing this method is equal to post, and this form I'll be closing below my button. I'll copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that form. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, I'll just refresh. You can see I have my button here. I'll just wrap inside one div here. I'll just create one div. I'll just copy this div from here, closing div, and here I'll be pasting that div. I'll save this. Now if I refresh, I have my button here. For my button, I'll just add some classes, bootstrap classes. I'll just give here BTN dark, and also I'll just give margin. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I have this button and I have this select places here. Okay, I'll just bring my button, I'll just give 5 here. I'll save this. Now if I refresh, and now if I see, okay, my button is not visible. Let me also give x-axis. Later on we are going to style in our project. I'll just give here 5. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, my button is here, and when I click, okay, my button is not visible. I'll wrap my button inside one div, and for this div I'll be giving the class name. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that. I'll just close this div here, and for this div I'll just give the class name. I'll just give here margin 5. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, my button is here, and yes, it is visible now, and I'm just going to remove this. I'll just save this now. Okay, now I have my button and I can see this button now. Now whenever I click on this button after selecting the data should be added. So I have already created the table, I have connected to the database, and here I am checking the condition. When I click on submit button, only then my data should be added, and here I'll just access the data. I'll just give here place. I'll be giving here $post, and inside this I should just give my name attribute, that is this one. Okay, whatever I have given to my select, I'm just passing here. Now I'll be writing insert query so that I can insert the data inside the database. SQL, I'll be writing this one, insert into my table name. I'll just check for my table name. I have my database here, and here I have my table name as select data. I'll just write that one, select data, insert into table name. Here I should be writing column name, that is place, values. I have to pass this one. Okay, whatever I am having here, this values I have to pass. I'll just copy this one, and here inside single quotes I'll just paste that one. I'll be pasting that one. I'll just close this. Now to execute this query, I'll just create one variable, and inside this I'll just give this one MySQL query, and this method will take 2 parameters. First is my connection variable, and second is my query variable. Now here I'll just write one condition. If it is inserted successfully, then it should print me data inserted successfully. Data inserted successfully, or else it should show me an error. I'll just write here else. I'll be writing this I'll just write this die method, and inside this I'll be writing this MySQL error, and here I'll just pass one variable, that is one parameter, that is nothing but connection. I'll save this. Now if I show you my database, I'll just refresh once. You can see it's empty now. It's nothing has been added inside this table. Okay, inside this select data, I don't have anything. My table is empty now. I'll just come here. I'll just change the title. I'll just change this title. Where is that? I'll just change this to select option data. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, and say I have this select option data. Now from here I'm just going to select Kolkata, submit, data inserted successfully. Now if I refresh this one, you can see it's been added here. Okay, ID number 1 and Kolkata has been added here. If I select here again, if I just select here Mysore, submit, I'll just come here, I'll refresh this one. You can see Mysore has been added here. If I just select this select place, submit, you can see nothing has been added because inside my value I have not given anything for that. So it's not been added. Okay, if you want you can add some more place here. I'll just give here Mumbai, and here instead of select place directly I'll just give here Mumbai. I'll save this. Now I'll just come here, I'll refresh this one. Now I have Mumbai by default. I'll select Mumbai, submit, refresh. You can see Mumbai is been added. Okay, this is how we are going to add select options data inside the database. Now in next tutorial we are going to update our project. Okay, this one what we were working, I'll be updating this table and I'll be adding one more column here, and I'll be inserting, deleting, updating whatever select options we are having, we are going to perform all the correct operation for this particular select options. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.